Okay, so this is going to be my review of Deadpool 2. Also, as you can see from the title, this is going to be a spoiler-free review, so don't worry, well, not entirely true. I might spoil some minor stuff here and there, but nothing too major. Honestly, I'm not going to do any like, super major Omega spoilers for this. However, if you go to the description box below and hit the link there and subscribe, you'll be subscribed to my other channel that I do with my friend C-Dubs on our combined channel called Comic Universe. It's a channel where we discuss nerd stuff, and it's also where we're going to do the spoiler review for this movie. We did a spoiler review for Infinity War, which was a lot of fun. But this is going to be completely insane to talk about. So wait for a couple of days, because we'll have that up in a few short days. We want to wait until everyone has seen the movie, and then we'll probably get that out, probably during the following week. But hey, subscribe now, check out, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and check out all the other cool stuff we're doing. It's a lot of fun. Anywho, enough with the self-promotion. Let's get on with the review. So, what did I think of Deadpool 2? Now, there was a lot of people saying that, oh, it's gonna suck, it's, you can't capture lightning in a bottle twice, you can't do this, this, and this, or it was really good. Honestly, it's good. It's good. Now, is it better or as good as the first one? That's in the eye of the beholder, honestly. You can't really compare the first movie to the second movie. Different directors, there's some different themes to it. And I think it would be a disservice if you tried to be like, oh, well, it's, trying to be like, oh, well, the first movie did this, this, and this, but the second movie did this, this, and this. True, but I think they're both good in their own rights. I honestly think me personally, I think they just are good in their own rights. Anywho, what was I gonna say? So the story is pretty much that Cable's come back to the past, and Deadpool's trying to protect this kid from him because the kid has done something to him in the future, and Cable wants to fucking kill him. There's your story right there, but there's so much to it. There's so much more to it. Now, first off, right out the gate, the action sequences in here are insane. For those who don't know, it's from one of the two directors of John Wick. And the action sequences in John Wick are really brutal, in your face, and balls to the wall. Well, imagine those kind of fight scenes, but with superpowers. Yeah. It's turned up to 11. Not even 11, like 15. Because, honestly, some of these action sequences are, some of them, are just, there's one fight in particular, and you'll know when you say it, where you're going, oh, that's disgusting, but I can't look away. there's a moment of that. I also like how in these action sequences they use Domino's abilities. They show off that, yeah, luck is a superpower. But yeah, first and foremost, those action sequences are completely freaking insane. There is a little shaky cam here and there, but it's not to the point where it's at nauseum. It's like little moments here and there, at least for me. But anyway, so let's talk about, of course, the characters. Ryan Reynolds as Wade Wilson, perfect, what more can I say? He really brings a lot more heart into this role this time around. Josh Brolin as Cable, he was really good. I think, honestly, I still would have preferred Stephen Lang, but after watching, Josh Brolin's Cable, totally fine with it. Which is funny because, yes, he did play Thanos in Infinity War, and then a few weeks later we now have him as another Marvel character in a different film. I know, it's a little weird, but whatever. What you gonna do? I think I think Josh Brolin's really good in here. They don't give him a lot to do other than to snarl and growl, which is a neat little foil for Wade, which has always been their motif for the Deadpool comics, especially Cable and Deadpool. But, yeah, that's always been their thing, and even Deadpool comments on it. The humor, by the way, I should have mentioned this even before the action, but I really want to talk about the action first off, because it's just completely insane sometimes. But the humor, oh my god. There's one moment that's completely gross, and you'll know when you'll see it, but everyone in the theater, including me, was fucking dying in the theater. I thought someone was going to keel over. People were laughing so hard, and that's the thing. I don't know if I enjoyed this movie more because of the energy I was feeling from the crowd. It was actually almost like a packed theater, and there were people cheering. There were people going woo. People were especially laughing in this film. Like, again, there's that one scene, and people are dying. I thought someone was gonna like pass out from laughing so hard at this scene. There are some really good from the gut laughs. There's some other ones. Some of the jokes, one or two of the jokes don't hit, but there is some physical comedy in here that I think really plays up very well. The other actors in here are all really great. Zazie Beetz, I believe that's her name, as Domino. I think she's really good. Very quick-witted. She's almost like a neat little in-between person for Cable and Deadpool, where she's kind of caught in this whole mess. And how she plays up with it is just kind of this snarky behavior. And yes, I'm not going to, without outright spoiling it, there were some rumors going around of a certain other X-character showing up in this movie. And yeah, if you know who I'm talking about, then yes, it is confirmed he is in this movie, and he's done right. Or as right as he's ever going to be. That's probably the better word. But no, it's very well done. There's also, if you look really hard, you'll see another tidbit of something going on in the X-Men films. Just look really hard in the first scene. We're introduced to the kid who's known as Fire Fist. I'm forgetting. I know it's not Rusty. Russell. That's it. Yeah, his name's Russell. When we're first introduced to Russell, look in the scene and look at the building and look really hard at the name, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you're an X fan, you'll know instantly what I mean, but maybe that was more of a nod than anything else. I also dig how Colossus and Wade's relationship kind of grows a little further, where in the first movie it goes a little too over the top of like, oh, just because you're a superhero, you're this goody two-shoes dick, and in here it's more like, yeah, they come to this very cool understanding, and it's very sweet. It's, how they play that up is also really cool. Also, the drama in here is also turned up. There were some dramatic films in the first movie, but this one really tugs at your heartstrings, especially at the beginning. In fact, the opening credits really play that up. The opening credits, address that. You know it's a Deadpool 2 movie when they address, the opening credits address the big dramatic moment in this film. Yeah, the X-Force characters are fine. You're not gonna get a lot of development out of them, sadly. Yeah, it's a little interesting how they play with those characters, to be honest. And yeah, I'm trying my hardest not to spoil anything in this film. I will say that it does feel a little like it drags a little bit. Like, this movie did feel like it ran a little too long, and I will admit it. There were some points where it did feel like it dragged in some occasions. But honestly, I feel like the film's humor and action really paid it off, especially in the writing. In certain areas where there's a moment where it feels legit sad, or legit balls-to-the-wall action. And yeah, again, the humor is really quick-witted. I will admit that there is the age-old, there's a Thanos joke, or DC joke, or Marvel joke. They're in there, and some of them are like, oh, okay. But other ones that are actually outside of the typical, Marvel and DC jokes. They're actually the best ones when they're outside of the Marvel DC jokes. Those are like the best lines in here. Also, do yourself stay for the mid-credit. There's no after-credit scene, but the mid-credit scene. Oh my god. People were actually like, we were about to leave after the initial scene of it, and then it goes back to it, and people were like running back into the theater to watch the rest of this mid-credit scene, because we thought there was just like one little scene, and we're like, oh, that was cool. But then it comes back, and people were like, then someone said, "Hey, there's more!" People came running back to the theater to watch it. Glad that they did, because it was hysterical. Like, it leaves on such a high note. Oh my god. Oh, man, this movie. Yeah. I enjoyed the first one, and I really enjoyed this one. So, but again, it's going to be really hard to say, like, which of the two I liked more. That's going to be the thing, is that I don't know if I'm, rewatching the first one, am I going to like it more or less than this one? It's going to be hard to say. And like I said, maybe that's not the case. Maybe we can just like Deadpool 2 as just Deadpool 2, and less or better doesn't really factor in. But maybe that's just me. So anyway, there's pretty much my non-spoil. I tried my damnedest to not spoil anything, because it's really hard, guys. Like, yeah. There's so much I want to talk about in here, but you'll just have to wait for my spoiler review on Comic Universe, which again, the link for the channel is in the description below. You guys can subscribe there, and then you'll be seeing our spoiler review for the channel. I mean, for that channel. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you think of Deadpool 2? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.